Condolences to the Currys. Never marry a woman who thinks she's better than you.
YouTube just recommended this video where Kelvin Samuels, may his soul rest in peace, where he was talking about Ayesha.
This one hits home for me because I've seen it so often. I've counseled with guys through divorce care, through Christian ministries, through breakups, through so many things. And I've seen so many guys that have actually married a woman they absolutely adore. But the woman thinks she's better than you. And ultimately, she's jealous of you. Avoid women who think they are better than you because you can never make them happy. And here's the thing, as your success continues to rise, their anger, their resentment, their animosity towards you will continue to rise. So outwardly, people look at you and say, she's so lucky to have this man. He's a multimillionaire, a good family man, all these other things. And all she's sitting there and saying, it should be me. I'm better than him. Especially, this really runs deep, especially in women who are failed actresses and failed models. When you meet a woman who is a struggling local actress, struggling local model, attractive, but she just doesn't have that it factor. You can kick it with her, you can date her, you can hang out with her, but do not make any kind of commitment to her. And for God's sake, don't marry her or have any children. Because one, she is always going to have in her mind any kind of weight I put on, anything that happens is going to potentially hurt this non-existent career she's dreaming about, this fame that she wants, this thing that she cannot have. And especially if you're like Seth Curry and you actually attained it. He married his high school sweetheart. He was a teenage boy and she was a teenage girl. That 15-year-old boy was ecstatic to have that gorgeous girl because she actually grew into her womanness before he grew into his manness. He has finally grown into his man's body, into his man's mind, and become the man a lot of people saw in him. She's still looking at him as the same little boy who was blowing her kisses and kissing her ass as a teenager. And that's what you saw come out. That's what it is. It wasn't that she wants more attention. It wasn't that she wants more guys on her DM. She married a guy that she thinks she's better than. And honestly, she's jealous of him. She's jealous because I'm sitting at home, pumped out 3 kids, and he's on TV every day. He's getting all the fame. He's getting all the red carpet treatment. He's getting all this. And only time she gets attention is attention that he deflects to her. We wouldn't know about Ayesha Curry if it wasn't for Steph. He tries to put her in the spotlight. He tries to put her front and center. And guess what? If she had what it takes, she'd already be there. And that's what's not being told. If she had anything that should make her a star or put her on that level, she'd be there. Will Smith married Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett had a modicum of success, but she was never nowhere close to being what Will was. Look at what Will tried to do with his son. He kept trying to push his son out there, but his son isn't Will. Well, guess what? Ayesha ain't Steph. Let me tell you what I feel is going to happen. I feel this is what's going to happen. She's going to end up divorcing him. It's going to get to a point to where it is intolerable. She's already made this faux pas. She's already put it out there. It's out in the ether, and she's getting drugged by men. And people are actually looking at her like, what the hell is wrong with you? So she's going to have to pipe down. She's not going to be able to say much about anything, but it is going to tear her apart, tear him apart, because at the end of the day, she thinks she's up here and she thinks he's down here. It is not going to change. She does not view Steph Curry as the NBA All-Star world champion basketball player. She views Steph Curry as this guy that her mom and dad and her parents told her, you need to marry and secure the bag. She didn't want to be there. She would have rather been a struggling actress in Hollywood, trying to get bit parts in commercials, trying to get pickups in TV, trying to be an extra here or trying to get a print commercial or something, while ended up dating whoever. Honestly, she'd have been happier that way. I know too many women like this. Trust me, I've seen this in my life.
There is no way he predicted this will happen. I mean, there is no way he predicted that this will happen. But from experience, you've heard what he said, that he knows so many women like her. Women that will date you maybe because you have money. Beside money, but they still think they are better than you. No matter how much you work, no matter how much you do, no matter how much money you make, they'll never see you as the fire of the top. They'll never see the higher you, like being better than the higher self. So even if they marry you, she's a woman that's gonna be competing with you. If you get a promotion at your job, you start making more money, she's not gonna be happy, so much happy. She gonna want, maybe she also, or she gonna feel some type of way that maybe her having kids and all that, not focusing on her career, and yet you are popping and all that, she gonna have some resentments towards you, that maybe she could have been better if she hadn't been with you. So like he's put it, I think there's no way you are able to please such a person. There's no way you will be able to do it, and he predicted it. She's divorcing him. So you look at, I saw the other time somebody posted saying that he's 6 feet two, he's a champion, he's an NBA champion, he makes a lot of money, he's a decent man, and like he has all these traits that any person that's looking for a good man would go for. But and yet you heard what she was saying, talking about maybe if she had focused on her career or something. You understand? So no matter how much you try to please them, like for women, like, but you know, the most just surprising thing is the fact that he predicted it and it came to pass. And I think that's one of the reasons that maybe most of these modern women never used to like him, because I think he was spot on. He was able to figure them, and he was able to tell them the truth. And whenever he tells them the truth and that comes to pass, they never used to like it. And that's the reason why at some point, I think when he passed on, there were some people that were celebrating, because I mean, some people used to say he's humbling women, he's just there to humble women. He wasn't humbling women. I think he was telling them the truth, and also the consequences of their actions, the decisions they make. You see a fraud or a flaw in the decision making for most part. So just continue watching.
There are women like her who are above average looking. Let's be honest, she's not that fine. I mean,
No.
she's attractive, but she ain't model fine. She's pretty, but she ain't all that. She can't handle it.
Yeah.
She's not built for it, but
Yeah.
she thinks she is. She can't even handle the overflow traffic she gets from her husband. What the hell makes her think she can handle it in the spotlight? But the problem is she's too close to the sun. She's close enough to where she actually thinks she could do just fine. And the bad thing is she's seen too many women kind of do this kind of thing. Look what Kamora Lee Simmons did. She actually has had a reasonably successful career, but she was a model, a supermodel in somebody's eyes, but a model nonetheless. What has Ayesha Curry done? Other than being married to Steph Curry.
Nothing.
But that's not going to change anything. This is going to nag at her, nag at them until she ends up. Now there's another possible alternative. Steph could try to work behind the scenes with some Hollywood producer, friend, family, and try to throw some work her way and try to get her in Hollywood. But you know what? It'll even be worse, because honestly, when she gets up on the screen and it shows that she doesn't have the chops, shows that she doesn't have that it factor, then you have to deal with the fallout of that. When you marry a woman who thinks she's better than you, when you're with somebody who is ultimately going to be jealous of you, who can't play their role, does not like the spotlight being on you, you're signing up for a life of misery. There's going to be this passive aggressive, low level contempt for you, because at the end of the day, you're really not what she wanted. You're not what she wanted to do. She wanted something completely else, and she's living a life that somebody else planned for her. And even though it's probably the best thing for her, she thinks she can do better. Till the next time, talk at you.
And in the comment section, somebody is asking that is it just him that got the recommendation for this video? No, you're not just the only one. We all did. And yeah, I'm glad that recommendation came. Guys, thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel.